Es geht weiter mit Final Fantasy 16. Ihr habt gar nicht viel verpasst. Wir haben nicht mal das Menü oder den hier in der Mitte bewegt. Jetzt geht's weiter mit dem Erkunden und beziehungsweise dem Zurückgehen zum Phoenix Gate. So, Gruppe. Wie kann ich denn nach der Gruppe gucken? Ah, genau. Warte. So, Gruppe. Rang. Toggle. Okay, mal gucken, ob ich Toggle irgendwann noch trainieren kann. Okay, hier sind wir jetzt. Wir können jetzt noch... Oder was sagt sie noch?
I fear that the old road to Phoenix Gate was lost to the Blight many years ago. Have care out there, both of you.
Aber schön, jetzt haben wir ein neues Schwert. Eine coole Rüstung. Beim endlich eine eigenständige Rüstung. Schauen wir mal kurz, ob hier noch irgendwo eine Kiste ist. Aber die Rüstung knietschelt und knatschelt genauso. Okay, da waren wir gerade. Ist das da unten eine? Ne, das ist jetzt nur eine Bank. So. Da. Oh, Goblin-Münze reißt sein Wirt. Eine größere Kiste. Noch eine Kiste.
Where are you off to then? Or hasn't your master told you? Either way, I expect our humble village ain't your final destination. Not to say it didn't have its charms. Take that tower. Relic of the Fallen it is. Must have stood there 1,000 years. And in all that time, no one's ever been inside. Mysterious, eh?
Das stimmt.
If you're buying, I'm selling.
Okay, der verkauft Waffen. Hauch des Windes. Brauchen wir auch nicht. Auch nicht.
Here you go. Da.
Wieder
See you then.
voll aufgerüstet.
You. Those are
Warum
Elwins.
cryst du? Wegen der traurigen Geschichte?
The flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield. You're mistaken.
Rika hätte sich fast angekotzt, weil die sich nicht geküsst haben.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well. My bearers?
Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her families.
Es ist halt dieser kleine japanische Kitsch. Aber ich finde, der macht sich ganz gut.
Many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions.
Denen ist schon immer noch klar, dass es um Sklaverei geht.
But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that.
Ich glaube, sowas werde ich niemals verstehen, warum die Leute unbedingt unter einem Herren oder einem Diener herrschen wollen. Ich werde ja auch niemals raffen, warum Frauen freiwillig nach ihrer Kindheit oder so noch konvertieren in irgendwelche Religionen, wo sie nicht mehr viel zu sagen haben. Gut, das macht das Leben leichter, aber...
I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
Right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith's castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travellers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street. and never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Oh, hold on a mo. Patrick the Chocobo keeper might know where your bearer is. He's taken the old boy under his wing, so to speak. You should go and have a word with him. He'll be in the stables.
Patrick the Chocobo keeper. Thank you. We will.
I'm sorry, Jill, for making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Ich finde, den Ort haben sie gut gemacht. Also nachvollziehbar, wie er aufgebaut ist, dass hier nur so 3, 4 Häuschen sind. Noch eine Kiste.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How'd you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself.
Das Schöne ist an den Dialogen, ich kann da komplett ruhig sein und kann nur zuhören. Weil ich die auch gut vertont finde. Und es ist ja vor allem viel vertont.
Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him, and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Also ich vermute mal, der ist da, wo wir vorhin
Concentrate
waren.
on finding him.
Die Vogelscheuche muss ich mir gleich mal genauer angucken. Ach so.
Still no sign.
Das ist lustig. Vor allem, weil hier auch Windräder sind. Oh, da muss ich jetzt ein Foto von machen. Moment. Erkennst du es? Oder erkennt ihr es? Nein, ich wollte keinen Blitz. Jupp. Find ich einen süßen Gedanken. Ist mir vorhin gar nicht aufgefallen. Vivi. Und weil er ja auch in FF9 aus quasi hier groß in so einer Gegend herausfindet, was er ist, dass er eine Puppe ist. Ah, toll. Toll. Kannst du mir sagen, wo ich schon Energie verloren habe? Gut, dass wir das Vieh schon besiegt haben.
Look, there's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry. Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
Sick of Chocobo. Get him. Sick of Chocobo. Get him. There, boy. You know what to do, boy. Over here. It's over. There, boy. Die.
Naja, wir haben nicht nur Wespen erlegt, aber okay.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition. One which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Ich mag den Synchronsprecher von Clive. Ich mag die Stimme von ihm.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah, after all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Wie in alten Zeiten. Ja, okay. Ich finde die Nebenfiguren, also so auch den Typen, auch wenn man ja sagt, aha, ja, okay, es geht um Sklaverei, aber irgendwie mag ich's. So. Dämmerwald.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil. And when the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
Na, wir wissen, dass hier bestimmte Monster existieren werden. Aber irgendwas wird es mit dieser Seuche auf sich haben.
What's this? Another relic of the fallen.
Was ist denn, wenn die Esper oder die göttlichen Wesen halt die Gefallenen sind? Also quasi Wesen, die aus ihrem Reich verstoßen wurden.
Another thing to worry about. As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Take away the lad's life force.
Oder wie in Final Fantasy VII, Genova, die ein Alien war.
I can hardly imagine what this place used to look like before the blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful.
Ein Supertrank.
There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
Okay, da sind wir gerade. Wollen wir einmal kurz zurückgehen und gucken, ob wir was verbessern können? Ja, komm, ne? Wir gucken mal kurz. Und dann geht's weiter. Wir werden wahrscheinlich heute noch die eine und eine zweite Folge hinkriegen und dann haben wir's. Kann sogar rein sein, dass wenn Rika Bock hat, nachher noch Hogwarts-Finale macht. Nochmal. Wissen wir nur noch nicht.
What's that Folien, dear?
Okay. Warte, wir hatten doch hier etwas. Aber das, was ich jetzt trage, ist schon besser.
Warte.
Ja, dann direkt. Hier ist für mich nichts zu tun.
It's almost as if time had stood still.
Ich fand aber die Rüstung vorher ein bisschen angenehmer, weil er jetzt mehr nach Anime aussieht.
I suppose no one had any cause to return here. No. It's just as I left it. Let's have a look around.
Trümmer der Erinnerung.
Could I have done this?
Could anyone?
Nee, aber da ist der Meteorit von Ifrit eingeschlagen. Oder waren das beide?
What is it, Torgal?
Clive.
That's him. He's the only one who can tell me what happened. I have to know.
Hinterher, sofort. Ich glaube beide. Ja, ich glaube beide waren da verkeilt und sind da gelandet.
Where is he?
Nowhere to be seen.
Damn it! He's like a bloody eel.
What is this place, anyway? Some sort of shrine?
Oh, sorry. You've never been here before. This is the Hall of the Gate.
The gate?
It's a relic of the Fallen. Only the Phoenix's dominant can open it.
Hence the castle's name. This was where Joshua was supposed to...
Yes. He would have stepped through this door the next morning and listened to the words of our ancestors.
Would you have gone with him?
No. The apodatory is holy ground. None but the dominant may enter. I and the other shields would have stood guard here and prayed for my brother's safe return. Where the hell did he go?
Er berührt's nicht mal, ne?
Perhaps he went inside.
He couldn't have. He'd need the power of the Phoenix.
Danke. Das sind dann jetzt an die Tempel aus
Joshua.
Final Fantasy 10.
Are you sure about this?
Nevermore.
Die Halle der Ahnen.
Let's see if this one opens.
hardly call it a ruin.
Es gab ja auch noch einen Bereich unter der Erde, wo die beiden sich runtergeprügelt haben, ne?
Have you ever seen anything like this? Jill?
What do we do?
The usual.
Aber diesen Kampf begehen wir einfach in der nächsten Folge. Ich weiß, gerade spannend, aber ich will die Zeit ungefähr drin haben. Deswegen, bis zur nächsten Folge. Bis dann, auf Wiedersehen und ciao.